Right folks, and welcome back to the channel. So there's not been a video for a couple of weeks, but we've just been busy doing work, tidying up the workshop, stuff that's not very interesting. It's not really worthy of putting a video out on YouTube. But we've been away this week working, just got back last night, bit of a disaster, one of the vans broke down again. So you probably see the red van's away, that's been playing up, so we've got we've got 3 away getting fixed. Hopefully we'll be back up to 2 vans for Monday morning. And yeah, so we're trying to get the off-grid solar system set up. There's a lot of work setting your own solar system up correctly. I keep hearing about people that have companies set them up for them and then they don't work, and people that do it themselves and it doesn't work. The problem is there's a lot more than just buying a few solar panels and a couple of leisure batteries, plonking them together with a cheaper Chinese inverter and getting power. That inevitably, it just doesn't work. We've all been there. Anybody that's genuinely off-grid, the majority of these people will set their own system up so they know how to maintain it and run it, and yeah. So anyway, I bought these batteries a while ago. Just been getting them out, testing them. Unfortunately, when I bought them, the lad that was helping me dropped one of the batteries and smashed it. So that's a 48 volt system, 2 volt cells. I've only got 23, so I'm a battery short. They're all good. I've got all the cables. As somebody commented on the off-grid group, these cables are not the best. You're better actually with a copper bus bar and making your own. That's something we'll come to in the future. Don't actually need them just now. We've got enough batteries, but I just came on those by chance and bought them because they were good. So what have we been doing? Right, I'll turn this camera around. So you'll hear the cat in the background. I don't know what's up with her, she keeps talking all the time. So if you keep hearing a cat meowing, I'm sorry, but she just wants to be in the video. So we've been having a tidy up. Did a video 2 weeks ago, you would have seen what happened with that tractor. So we've just been moving all the timber, stacking the tin sheets and timber in the other shed, tidying up, making room here. The lighting's not the best in here, but we've got junk lying about still. But basically, we're getting the workbench and the workshop set up over here, because when we do the off-grid solar system over there, we need to run the cables for the welder, the cables for the lights, the plug sockets. So we're going to do it all at a one-er. I've been wanting to wire this shed up for the last 3 years. It's not really money, it's just time. You know, there's quite a few days, 7-8 days work probably wiring this up properly to a decent standard. But we're going to do it now because we've bought a Land Rover, which is going to be our daily commute, our work vehicle up here. So we're gonna have to restore that. That's another project and another subject, but I'm getting everything set up here so the Land Rover can come in here. And there's a new chassis on order from a Polish company. The chassis, we're gonna sit them side by side, swap the axles, swap the body. So this is why we're moving stuff about. But anyway, we're starting on this off-grid solar system. Now, the crux of why a lot of these systems don't work is that your batteries get cold in the winter. I've had people argue with me on Facebook, on YouTube. I'm not in the mood for arguing, but batteries need to be kept warm. They need to be kept above 2 or 3 degrees C. If anybody wants a practical explanation of why that is, see when it's a cold weather, the first frost, you get a flat car battery, don't you? We can all argue about it, but that's when your battery fails, because your battery isn't charging correctly in the winter when it's cold. Batteries don't really charge correctly below about 5 degrees C. So we've made an insulated battery cupboard there. So that's going to have the battery cables running down this conduit into it. And we're also going to run a 240 volt supply, and I'm putting a tubular bathroom heater on frost settings, so that'll be set at 5 degrees just to keep the cupboard warm, so the batteries keep charging. Part of the reason you have problems with solar systems in the winter is that solar panels don't put out as much power as you think in the winter, but the main thing is they can't charge the batteries efficiently, so they're putting the power out through your solar charge controller, but then your batteries aren't efficiently charging because they're too cold. So all elements are insulated. It maybe doesn't look like it from the outside, but basically this is 18mm marine ply. It's all made out of scrap or junk, because to buy the stuff for this would probably be £500–600 to try and make this properly. So we've got 18mm marine ply, we've put a timber frame, we've put 50mm Celotex, well Recticel, is stuff that's left over from the bothy. So we've put insulation between as a sandwich, and then we've put ply on the inside. Part of that's to hold the insulation in place for fireproofing, because 18mm ply is quite fireproof, and it's just for a finish. I'll open the battery box up and I'll show you inside. So what we've done, we've made an opening door. You'll see it's all made out of junk. You know, we've not bought anything for this. I don't see the point. It's only storing batteries, so you know, nothing fitted, nothing matched. Just a bolt that we found in the junk. You know, that's a stable door latch, so we've doweled it, put a bit of wood in. None of this wood in here matches. So what we started off with was a Euro pallet. So we started off with a really heavy duty, one of the blue Euro pallets. We stuffed it with 200mm of rock wool. We put it on the floor. We attached this side to it. We then battened it, insulated it, clad it with ply. We put a batten over there to catch the floorboards, got the floor in, all insulated. Insulated this side, the back. We've then made rails round it, so we made it so the lid lifts up, so I can actually climb in and work on the batteries. We're going to have the DC power isolator here, and the cables coming down. There'll probably be on Anderson connectors for the batteries, so there'll be 2 lots of batteries. So we've got 2 24-volt packs, so that makes it 48 volt. We're then going to have the tube heater down here to keep this, just to keep it warm so they do efficiently charge. We've hinged this lid. So we've hinged it at the back. So I don't know if you can see like 2 gate hinges there. And then we've hinged it in the middle here. There's quite a bit of thought went into this. It maybe doesn't look like it. But we've hinged it so it folds back, because the issue we've got is sometimes the batteries are heavy and we need to be able to lift them in here. So obviously you'll bring the batteries up, sit them on a pallet about the same height, and then we need to maneuver them in, be it with an engine crane or be it with a rope on the digger. So that's why I've made the lid lift up so I can get in to work. The batteries will be in 2 packs, be able to work between them, you know, check the connections, top them up with water, and then quite simply, and this is darn heavy, this lid, we just put the lid back down. So again, found 2 scrap, I think the gate handles they are, I don't know where I got them from. They probably came out for flat clearance or something. I think the crappy B&Q ones, yeah, yuck. But we just put 2 handles on there just to make it easier so you don't trap your hands, and that's it. So that's the start of the solar setup. So we do have pretty much everything to set this up now. So the tube heater should be coming this week, so I'll get that set up, get the power supply through, and then on this metal plate I'm going to start arranging the solar charge controllers, the fuses and the inverters. I am a bit worried about how this is fixed. There's going to be a lot of weight, So I'm probably going to actually drill some big coach bolt through and coach bolt this in 3 or 4 places to the outside, just to really strengthen it. But anyway, so that's what we've been up to. That's why there's not been a video. Been building this battery box, tidying up, sorting the Land Rover out. The Land Rover should be getting its timing belt fitted this week, so it's fit to drive over here. The chassis is on its way from Poland, apparently, and then we'll start a new series, which will be the Land Rover restoration. So if anybody's got any questions, about the off-grid solar system, people do keep messaging me on Facebook. Some people get a bit annoyed when I don't reply straight away, but I am working. I work through the week. I work 50, 60 hours a week when I'm away from home, so I can't answer questions instantly. Sometimes I click onto people's messages and it looks like I've read your message. I haven't always. I get a lot of messages, so I am online and I'm replying to people like Heather and employees. So if I don't answer you straight away, I'm not being rude, I'm not being ignorant, it's just we are busy. So if you've got any questions, ask them in the comment of the YouTube video, ask them if you see this posted on Facebook, ask a question, I will reply, or drop us a message on Messenger at Locknor Smithy Off-Grid Small Oldham, Scotland. I will reply as soon as I can. It might not be instantly, it might take 24 hours for me to reply to you, but I will reply. So if you don't mind, subscribe to the YouTube channel, drop us a comment, give us a thumbs up and share the videos, folks. Thank you.